Also this last night, a chilling announcement from the Justice Department. Prosecutors charging 2 Chinese nationals here at the University of Michigan with smuggling a dangerous fungus that's potentially a bioweapon. Rich Edson live in Washington with details. Hi, Rich.
Hey, good morning, Dana. Well, the FBI says this is a reminder of how the Chinese government is looking to target American vulnerabilities. The Justice Department says it has charged Yongqing Jian and Zhengyang Liu, both Chinese citizens, with conspiracy, smuggling goods into the United States, false statements, and visa fraud. Prosecutors claim Liu flew from China to Detroit in July of 2024 and stashed a dangerous pathogen in his backpack. They say Customs and Border Protection found a wad of tissues crumpled up with a note in Chinese, a round piece of filter paper with circles drawn on it, and 4 clear plastic baggies with small clumps of plant material inside, what the Justice Department calls a potential agroterrorism weapon that could target wheat, barley, maize, and rice. FBI Director Kash Patel tells Fox News, quote, "This case is a sobering reminder that the Chinese Communist Party continues to deploy operatives and researchers to infiltrate our institutions and target our food supply and act that could cripple our economy and endanger American lives. Smuggling a known agroterrorism agent into the United States is not just a violation of law, it is a direct threat to national security." Some members of Congress say the U.S. should further scrutinize Chinese students studying here.
We shouldn't be lax on this at all. The full force of the law should come down on. We should prevent anyone associated with the CCP from being at any of our universities.
Now, the complaint says Liu wanted to research the pathogen at the lab at the University of Michigan, where his girlfriend Jian worked. The FBI says it searched Jian's phone and found a form describing her membership and loyalty to the Chinese Communist Party, and she will appear in federal court in Detroit. Back to you, Dana.
All right, Rich Edson, thank you.
A lot to get to here. Kerri Urbahn joins us, Fox News legal editor. Kerri, nice to have you on today. Quick thing from Pam Bondi, AG. No higher mission than keeping the American people safe and protecting our nation from hostile foreign actors who could do us harm. What is your top-line take on these arrests so far in Detroit?
Well, there's even more that meets the eye than what we know. I was reading the affidavit as part of the complaint this morning, and a few things stood out to me. One, this woman apparently had smuggled the same kind of material into the United States before. So this wasn't the first time. The second thing was, I thought, a pretty chilling text exchange between both of them, where he says to her, "Everything else will be easy once we get this done." And she's saying to him, "The seeds are, quote, not usable yet." And so, I took a look at this and I thought, this is exactly why when I was at the Department of Justice, out of the National Security Division, they began this program called the China Initiative, where they specifically targeted Chinese threats. And the reason being is that the Chinese, the FBI rather, opens an investigation into Chinese economic espionage efforts every 10 to 12 hours. This is something that Chris Wray repeatedly said when he was the FBI director for 7.5 years. It's why DOJ started that program. Strangely, at least I thought it was strange, the Biden administration dismantled that program once we were gone. And then you have the new FBI director, Kash Patel, who told Bret Baier recently that China, when he was asked what keeps you up at night, he said China. So you have these 2 FBI directors who have information, access to information that we don't have, saying this is the greatest threat that we're facing. And now we see this right in front of our faces. It's pretty concerning.
Pam Bondi said this, that there's no higher mission than keeping the American people safe and protecting our nation from hostile foreign actors who would do us harm. The concerns over the fungus would be to agricultural crops like wheat, barley, maize, and rice. Obviously, those are big ticket items in terms of what feeds us and helps feed the world, and also a big part of the way that we help that farmers across the country support themselves.
Yeah, that's right. And, it's interesting that when this woman was conducting research on this pathogen in China, she was doing so from a foundation that was funded largely by the Chinese Communist government. So she's doing it over there, then she comes over here, starts doing it at Michigan. Her boyfriend comes over, they start working on it together. And then meanwhile, she had been instructing someone previous to this, somebody else that we don't know who that is, I think at this point, to stuff the seeds in the soles of his shoes to get through customs and the airport. And on top of it, of course, she lied on her visa, where she said that she was studying something distinct and different from this actual pathogen.
I think your hunch is exactly right. This affidavit, you've got to know what you're looking for. You got a second screening that took place. They found tissues concealed in a note in Chinese. They found a round piece of filter paper with a series of circles drawn on it, 4 plastic baggies with small clumps of reddish plant material inside. I think your hunch is exactly right. They were watching them. You had to really know what you were looking for in order to make this arrest. So we'll see where it goes in Michigan. They both worked at the University of Michigan. Executive order. There's been another judge that has stepped in, this time banning the treatment for trans inmates, of which there are 628 right now in federal prisons. This came up in during the campaign with Kamala Harris. Here is her position on that issue then.
I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California so that every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access to the medical care that they desired and need. I feel very strongly about this, and at its core, it's a civil rights issue, it's a justice issue, and it's an issue of humanity.
It would appear that the hormone treatments can continue, at least for now. Is that the right read?
Yeah, that's absolutely the right read. And, you know, if you take a step back and think about this, the fact that the American taxpayer is being forced to pay for elective hormone therapy, for preferred clothing, for hair removal devices, for these transgender inmates who, you know, would say that they're suffering from a mental illness and they need these things, you know, it's really quite something. And one thing, Bill, that bothered me in the opinion from this judge, he said, well, the Trump administration didn't give a reason as to why they did this. And I thought, what are you talking about? The EOs on transgender issues have been crystal clear. And it's pretty simple. It's that men are men and women are women, and our policies are going to be consistent with that. And we're not going to force people to pay for something that, you know, not only do we think is not consistent with science, it's not good for them. And so, of course, DOJ is going to appeal this. But in the meantime, these inmates will continue to receive these treatment and clothing as the case is litigated on the merits.
All right, Kerri Urbahn, thank you for kicking us off today.
That was a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kerri.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.